Here with head coach Clarissa Crowell, and coach, last week you had a great performance. You swept all 4 games at the College of Charleston Invitational. What were some of the main reasons behind the success of the team?
You know, we're finally able to put all 3 aspects of the game together. And when I go back and reflect on what our offense, our defense, and our pitching staff was able to do this past weekend, it's the best weekend that we've had. So the fact that we're going into this coming weekend coming off our best weekend thus far this year, that's definitely huge for us.
Coach, you had Michaela Schlotman earn MAC East Division Player of the Week honors last week. Have you expected her to have such an impact on this team so early in her career?
To be honest, the answer is no. When we recruited Michaela, Mickey is what we call her, when we recruited her, I knew she was going to be a great shortstop for us, but I wasn't sure what she was going to be able to do for us offensively, and she's been flat out just outstanding. She's hitting leadoff for us, and obviously she had a really good week last week, and the biggest thing is she's doing what she needs to do for us as a leadoff hitter. Her on-base percentage was extremely good this past weekend. She's finding ways to get on base, but she's also hitting for a lot of power. She leads our team in home runs with 7. This past week, she hit the ball, she drove in 6 runs, and she was finding ways to get on base. I think she got hit by pitches twice and drew 5 walks, I believe. So I'm very proud of her and just excited to see what she's able to do going forward. But again, yes, she had a great week, and we're all very happy for her.
MAC play begins this weekend.
Yes.
Under a new format, and you take on Ball State. What can you tell us about the Cardinals?
Well, looking at what they're doing right now, Ball State is doing what Ball State does well every year, and that's they're hitting the ball really well throughout the lineup. They've got a couple of key hitters that we're definitely going to have to keep at bay this weekend to be successful. I know Dubkowski, Hauk, and Madison Lee are all hitting the ball really well. With Hauk and Dubkowski, those 2 alone have 46 RBIs together on the year. So from a pitching standpoint, we're going to have to do a really good job of shutting down the key hitters and just taking care of the overall offense.
And you've kind of touched on this before, but without getting, obviously, too into your scouting report and your game plan, but how does a 3-game series potentially change the strategy in regards to lineups as opposed to the traditional 2-game series?
Right. It's definitely going to be a different year this year. And, in years past, you've seen certain pitchers just kind of dominate because they can throw 2 games. And the biggest change I see is going to be the pitching rotations. And, you're not going to have one pitcher who's going to be able to dominate all 3 games. So as coaches, I think we're definitely going to have to rely on our staff. And I feel really good with where our pitching staff is. We're coming off the best week that we've had. And, you're going to have to pitch it and you're going to have to defend it well. And I would like to just credit my defense because our defense has been doing an exceptional job. Our fielding percentage this past weekend was a 9.989, and that's really, really good. And I think we have the best defense right now in the MAC. And, our pitchers, we're not a strikeout staff. So for us to have our defense playing as well as they are, our pitchers coming off the weekend that we are, and to have our offense swinging the bat the way that they are. We scored 43 runs this past week, and again, we're all just in all facets. We're in a good place right now, and I couldn't be any more happier with where our team is right now going into season or going into conference play.
You kind of answered this here with kind of the end of that, but you completed the tournament portion of your season, 14-11. How do you assess overall the Red Hawks as they enter MAC play?
When we look at our record and I reflect on the games that we've played, there are a few games that I wish we could have got the W. But, for me, it's important for our team to go through adverse times and to fail, because I honestly think that when it comes time for conference and when it comes to the end of the year, failure is what's going to make us a better team. And our kids have responded well. They've been resilient, and I think we are in a good position, and we're ready to go both physically and mentally, and we're all excited to start conference play this weekend.
Good luck against the Cardinals this weekend, Coach.
Thank you.